night. I just want you by my side. Cause women like you don't come around often. Tell me what would you do if you found gold on the street? Baby, let me make you mine. You would take it, but let me take you. Make you mine, baby. Cause I just want you. See, I be flexing on the demon that just bringing me anxiety. I got too much to live for, so you can't stop me. I just see life, brighter days, brighter vision, and people who just love me. Don't stress about it, I know you're tripping about it. Don't stress, no. I just want you. I just want you. Oh, don't stress about it.
Guys, what a heated album. What a heated album. Go tap in. What to do is happening? It's your boy CKJ, the actual Black Rapunzel. Cut the hair, hence the length and the lusciousness. And we're live, you know how it is. I don't know if it's gonna be visible that these videos are like 4 hours apart, but yeah, man, I think I needed to like leave and go do a couple of things in the house and stuff. But yeah, man, what is this? Episode 3. Episode 3, Dear Driver's Diary. We out here. This episode is actually long overdue. I should have posted this like some 4 months back, but that didn't happen. 4 months? Nah, just a couple months ago. I should have posted this a couple of months ago, but it didn't go according to plan every time. I shot it with 3 phones, and this is like the 3rd time I'm shooting it on the 3rd phone. So like it's just been a mazza trying to shoot this. But yeah, man, episode 3, Dear Driver's Diary. This is supposed to be 3 things. It's supposed to be a life update, because the last proper life update I did was like last year. But there's certain things that I didn't cover about last year. And then I have a big announcement. And then this is also supposed to be a story time. So life update. Let's just get right into it, yeah? Where have I been? Where has CK been in the past couple of... Yeah, ne? Actually, like I was saying, the last time that I shot a life update was about sometime last year, and there's a lot that happened both last year and this year. There's just a lot that happened in between. Multiple performances, multiple talking stages. I don't know why I do that to myself, but that's also a situation. I got a job and another job, but I'm unemployed again. So again, I keep saying this every time I post a video. If you're my employer and you're watching this, guys, I'm a great employee. Don't pay too much attention to the fact that I'm a great employee. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that happened. What else, dog? Like, did a couple of projects. I have a feature out with Exotic called Tap Into That. I have a project that I worked on with Pablo 8%, 8, depending on how you want to say it, which is the music that's playing right now. Go stream Mind Your Step by Pablo 8%. It's spelled... Okay, I'll just put the picture somewhere here. Go tap into that. What else, man? I've really been busy. I got hit by a car. Oh, yeah, that was something. I got hit by a car. And then I went to go see Black Coffee. So that was worth it. Nah, crazy, actually, jokes. What else? Hey, man, I've just been busy. I've kept my head down and my head in the pages, because that's where I operate for real. So there's just been a lot that has been going on. I think the original, initially when I was supposed to shoot this video, was leading up to my Tisong 2023, my Tisong Festival 2023. The second time I tried to post this was leading up to Unbound 3.0 Part 1, right? And then the third time I tried to shoot this was leading up to Oh no, is leading up to. Well, I mean, I tried to shoot this multiple times right before. Pablo is having a show coming up. I'll post the flyer right here as well. Yeah, buy tickets. Hopefully I post this before the show. But yeah, I've just really been busy making art because that's the main thing that it is that a nigga has to be doing. So I think that brings us to like the second part of this video, which is the big announcement. Yeah, drum roll. Actually, let me cut the music. Okay, drum roll. The collection we've been working on for the past year and a half is finally done. We did that, yes, we did that, yes, sir. Yeah, it's weird because I'm announcing this as if it didn't get finished a couple months ago. But yeah, the poetry collection that I've been working on for the past year and a half, this is now zeroing in on 2 years because, you know, yeah. It's finally done. We did it, guys. If you have zero context for what I'm talking about, probably go watch Red Flag. Probably go watch Poison. That will give you, the essence of what it is that I'm talking about. But I've been cooking a poetry collection and it's finally done. I'm really proud of this project. So yeah, wanted to announce it. The name of the project is I'm Bad with Numbers. It will be self-explanatory once I perform the whole thing, if and when I perform the whole thing. But I think that is what will lead us into like the third part of this video. Long story short, if you've watched Poison, if you've watched Red Flag, you know I'm talking about like a past relationship and stuff. But yeah, that's the essence of like the collection. It was just me kind of coursing through my heartbreak stuff. Before I get into the story time though, I kind of wanted to explain what like I'm not doing this to like drag the person, yeah? Maybe just like a little bit. But the idea is not to drag the person. I performed recently at some show and the feedback did say that like me giving a little bit of a story time to explain certain things that happened in like the relationship makes the poetry make more sense. So I'm doing this to A, make the poetry make more sense, and B, the collection itself, I'm gonna keep stressing this. The collection itself is not for me to trigger people when I get on stage. That's not the idea. I mean, it's part of the idea, but that's not really the main thing. Unless my triggering you keeps you out of relationships that are, you know? But like overall, the idea is how do I put it? I am the voice of the heartbroken who don't know how to say what it is that they're going through, right? So that's the essence of the entire collection. Now, I think without further ado, go grab your popcorn, a drink, maybe. I don't know how long I'm going to be narrating, but we're tapping right into the main part of this whole thing, which is, of course, the story time. Yeah? Do best. Cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, before I even get into that, I think let me give like a brief background. Let me set the scene for why things played out the way that they played out. Like why, let me just explain my love life in a short summary. So I thought neke jwala back in high school, neke sa jwale. Neke le flutist. That was all that it was. And then post high school, there was this one talking stage. It lasted 3 years. Please don't judge me. I'm judging myself and I'm writing a book about that. That's an entirely different story. I really don't want to get into it today. Again, please don't judge me in the comment section.
I can't believe you stuck around, man.
Thank you. Yeah, that was another thing. And then after that whole 3-year situation, God knows what, I met this one Han. Now, guys, that Han, to this day, yes, you, wherever you are. Yeah, but yeah, for context sake, I'm a Mozalwana. You know, praise God. Yeah, Christian boy. So like that was like the first time we were doing relationships with God. Well, with God involved in the relationship, right? As in, yeah, prayer with Bay, you know, Bible study with Bay, you know, um, you know, mentioning Jesus regularly, you know, nice things. But Jesus didn't want that relationship to happen, so it didn't happen, unfortunately. And then what happened? I decided after now, by the way, at this point in the timeline, I graduated, right? Yes. Or maybe I was heading towards graduation. But yeah, that's around that time in my life, right? And then I decided, you know what? Cool. Let me stay single, dog. Cause clearly, kinda now I'm graduated. I'm done with varsity. Unemployment is now a situation. Allowance is no longer a thing. We out here, dog. We in this world. We doing this thing. We're raw dogging life, right? So I decided, you know what? Let me just like be single for a year. Focus on relationship with God. Focus on like hormona. Let me heal from the talking stages, from the heartbreak, you know, we can't even explain them, you know. So can you tap in? Whatever the year was, crossover, short sharpo, we're doing this thing. I get it. Beginning of the year, can you favor for Jesus? Shake it, yes. You know, prayer is praying, Bible study is Bible studying. You know, I'm on fire. And then dog, like 3 weeks later, like I'm laughing at it now because anyway, yeah. So I pulled up to a function once upon a time that year, and then yeah, I pulled up to a function. It was just a young thing with the homies. Pull up to the item, and then I see this hand chilling there by herself, and I'm kicking it with the boys. We're just pushing conversation, pushing joke, you know the vibes. So I asked them, "Ayo, do you know who that is? And is this person supposed to be a part of us?" And no one is like curious as to who this is, and like, you know, yeah, no one's trying to bridge the gap. So I'm like, you know what, let me go ask. Lo and behold, I pull up to Shorty again. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so I pull up again, and I bet, hi, hey, hi. Are you supposed to be a part of this? Yes. And now, cool, dope. What's your name? My name is Samamang. I'm like, oh, can I rang a bell? Because anyway, yeah. Shapu, function starts, function ends. Again, CK is on his own business over here. He's not really trying to chop it up with Shorty for real, because I get was staying single for a year. But fast forward, I get her number, and then Kirunaba, we start talking. Homo nate nyana, kana gape ke tshwara conversation monate. If you know me, you know the poetry translates well to the conversational skills, buddy. You know? Why it's thing, it has that thing. So yeah, we're pushing conversation. Conversation is nice, nothing hectic. Fast forward, she starts talking about like her talking stages and all of that stuff. And I'm peeping amazing because I'm like, I mean, I'm trying to keep things platonic, so it's nothing hectic. And then obviously two can play that game, so you get the vibes. I mentioned once upon a time that like my crush at the time, my real crush at the time. Hey, so I mentioned her, like my crush has COVID and stuff. Kanti kiyaka, it was at that moment.
It was at this moment that he knew.
You know? So yeah. I tell her, you know, this is the ad some, and the next thing I know, I get a text on some, ayo, can I feel like you friend zoned me? Hey way. I feel like, you know, and she's just going in, she's, you know, and I'm like, nah, it's not even like that. And again, this is like where now I'm messing up. This is where now I'm messing up, because next thing you know, we're in a talking stage now. we're in a talking stage. And that's where things start to go, you know, sharp. Talking stage starts. Bed, we're chopping it up. How cute, Tinyana. She's doing a couple of nice things. She's sending me like links for like job applications and all that stuff. It's a little cute. We're within, you know, sharp. But like, we're also bickering over dumb stuff. I think that should have been like very early on. We were bickering about very ridiculous stuff, but kept it pushing. Nah, bed, cool. Fast forward. Again, bear in mind, Boysen is not like trying to get into anything, right? Fast forward. Boysen is getting into ultimatums. Hey, I feel like you don't like me. Hey. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. If you don't put a title on this, deuces, nigga. I put a title on it. I put a title on it with the quickness. Not with the quickness, but I put a title on it. Yeah, bed. Again, there's just a lot that's going on. Sharpo, thing continues. We're still talking, you know, here we, it's dates, it's this and that and this. Yeah, man. But like, again, Boysen is broke. Boysen is unemployed. Boysen is trying to stay single. Boysen, like, God is like, no, stay single. You know, there's just a lot that's going on at this point in time. But yeah, we're still chopping it up. Now Shorty starts like proper being weird, right? Starts being weird. Mood swings start to become like a regular thing. Where now we're like fighting over nonsense, dog. Like we're proper fighting over absolute nonsense. Motho a kgona ngala hela a dropa phone a ngadile. Ke sa ira sepe. A ba dropa a ngadile. Ebe ke lesa. A ba letsa. A ba botsa re keng ke sa letse. Gore o ngadile. O dropile ke sentse ke bua. Ebe re ke bua ba dropa. Ebe ke lesa. Ebe re same repeat. So yeah, things like that will happen, dog. Get on about. Fast forward, there's a time where like, I don't know. Savings account time. I get it, you know, varsity thing. Savings account time maybe ke tswala because ke broke yang. Ebe ke tswala. Ha ke re no savings account ke tswetse and stuff. Shorty is on some, oh, that's dope. Ha sorry. Send money. Dog, I don't know when I'm getting a job. What are you saying? What are you saying, dog? Enabo send money, enabo saba well, this and that and this. This is where now like the saba welling is starting, buddy. Kyore ke se TikTok ko hela we king. And then yeah, no. We keep going. And yeah, man, like the fights are just ridiculous. Again, over dumb stuff. And then like this one time, Horelare, what happened? She wanted this one thing. And in that month, in as much as I'm like broke and unemployed and stuff, I'm a boyfriend. So I'm like, let's use money responsibly, but let's be cute as well, you know? I bought flowers, you know, I took on dates once in a while, you know, like we hung out quite frequently, that type of thing. I was helpful, you know, there's just other things that I was doing, as broke as I was. So, you know, anyway, this 1 month, I'm like, you know what, budget take a book enough for like dates and stuff. This hand all of a sudden sees something, and then she's sabawelling this thing. I'm like, babe, so you either this thing or a date. Pick and choose, sweetheart. You can't have both. She's like, why would I choose between this one or that one when I know that I can have both? Except I am telling you, you cannot have both. You just can't. Please. You know? So, that turns into a whole thing. And then I eventually get the item because I see that she's bugging. I don't love her if I don't get her the item and all of that stuff. So I get the item. Not the shorty hating the item, right? And not the shorty, take a guess. Following day, take a guess. Yes. Staba welling something else. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. So cool. No, that's another thing that we were constantly fighting about. No, nah, dog. Boyism is not money like that. And you know what this shorty does? One time on a video call, she hits me up. We're talking. This hand plays. I guess what did she play? No, she didn't play. She's singing the lyrics. She's like, color broke nigga day. Right. Huh?
You talking to me? You talking to me? Well, then who the hell else are you talking? You talking to me?
What do you mean, dog? Like, what do you mean? And I'm like, ayo, like, can you be serious? Do you? And nah, it's just a joke, Jay. It's just a joke. Even it wasn't a joke. No, kipina. I shouldn't take it like it's not that deep. Blah blah. So hey, man, that was a lot. Sharp. I get it. Things are continuing. Things are just pakameling. I forgot to mention at the beginning, like very early on, the shorty says to me, "Ayo, like, don't even like be venting to homies about our business. Protect the image of the relationship and stuff." And what am I on? I'm like, "Ayo, nah. You know what? Let me do best. Let me protect the image of the relationship, guys. If a person tells you to protect the image of the relationship by not telling your friends what's going on, run. That's all." So yeah, things are pakameling. I'm bottling stuff in. Again, we're fighting. It's not like anything that I say to her. It's not like she's making sense, you know. So cool. Fast forward. Eberi babysitter once upon a time. Harry babysitter once upon a time. Kirunaba with her little cousin. We head to a park. We pull up to our park. He's doing his thing over there. And I'm like, you know what? Let's participate. Participation trophy vibes. So, if you know anything about physics, you know how this is about to go south. We see a seesaw. Right? I get on. We see a seesaw. We walk towards the seesaw. We get on the seesaw. She sits down. I sit down. Next thing I know, she's turning over to her little cousin and she's saying, "Hey, yo, Jay just called me fat." Jay just called me fat. Guys.
I am so confused.
So now I'm spending the rest of my evening explaining how I didn't call the shorty fat. And while brawling, it's a whole situation, dog. And that's just like a bunch of things, dog. The list goes on. I could have a whole 1 hour story time about that relationship, genuinely speaking. But like the things just kind of keep on piling up. She just wanted a hell of a lot out of this man, mind reading, etc. She just wanted a bunch from this man that a man couldn't do. And again, Mozelwana. So other side, my prayer life is like this because what is this? You know? But anyway, we get to a certain point and then we had like a young fight. Like towards the end, we had like a young fight again. And then that are 2 fights. One, we had this fight, and then like there were situations that were going on at home that I didn't even tell her about because, you know, I get it now. If I vent to you, you know, situations. If I vent to other people, situations. So I didn't tell her about situations at home. And then yeah, man, it became safar. And then she calls, we tell her, look, down bad. Like we were fighting, And then she called. We tell her get down bed. Yeah. We tell her ho. And she asks, say, what's going on? What's good with you? And then I explain. And the shorty flips the script on Sam. Ayo, like every time everything in life has to be about you. Here. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, cool. Me talking about like my situation at home is an issue. Bet. Let me not tell you. And then cool. And we get into like another fight sometime later. Now this is where now I'm at my breaking point, right? Something happened in the relationship that I don't even want to talk about. But like, yeah, that goes down. And then it shakes the dynamic. Yeah. Yeah, no. I can't talk to her because if I tell her what's going on through my head, then I'm problematic. If I tell my friends what's going on through my head, I'm problematic. So, last resort, let me reach out to somebody who isn't in my life. Somebody who isn't a friend. Somebody who isn't, I'm not proud of the decision I made that day. But it was worth it. I reached out to, you know who I'm talking about if you've watched this whole video. I reached out to Shorty. And we talk, we chop it up. Gives advice. Fast forward, things are nah. And then, things are nah, bit. Fast forward. Shreddy finds out, I reached out to Shreddy. But I can't leave. And then, that turns into a fight. And we break up. And I'm like, nah. Breath of fresh air. I felt Jesus enter the room. I felt peace. Supernatural peace. It was a out. So bad. But then she changes her mind the following day and she breaks up with me again. And she changes her mind again and she breaks up with me one last time. And then sharp, and now we're broken up. Cool, but we still keep talking because we'll get back together in a year. Something like, let's go heal. You wanted a year to stay single. Here's the year that you want. Something like that. So yeah, sharp. We stay homies and bed we're healing. As far as I'm concerned, we're healing. Right. And then yeah. I think yeah. And then fast forward now, Shorty kind of leaves Abaya school and stuff. So that was what it was. And then we're still kind of homies, so we're still kind of texting and stuff. We're chopping it up. Dope. Kind of now I'm supposed to be, but I'm neither here nor there because I'm like, is this thing done or is it still going to like item? Because like truth be told, I rocked with Shorty, rocked by Shodi, but rocked with Shodi. So like, you know that person that rocks you. You get the idea. So yeah, she lands this place, we're talking. We push a conversation. A couple weeks later, she calls me on some, there's some news that might reach you in Gabs. And if it does, I'll come clean. But if it doesn't, yeah, mines, e be ke botsa. Go iragala. Lo and behold, this shorty is apparently like messing around with like my homeboy, dog. My homeboy from like back in the old days, dog. And it was just a lot, dog. And then that turned into a fight. But after that whole fight, even now hewe kamo jaja, kamo ona, hurile, and all of that stuff. After the whole fight, even nah, I can't do this anymore, dog. Nah. So we cut ties. But yeah, man, that was just like a rocky thing. Hell, start to finish. That was just a mess. Dog. Yeah. And then yeah, she left for real. And I started working on the poetry collection. And yeah. Now we're at the end of the story time. I've written the poetry collection. I've hollered, right? So yeah, the end. If you've made it this far in the video, you're a real one. Shout out to you. Drop a this. Drop a this in the comment section. Fill it with whatever you want. Maybe battle heart or whatever comment you wanna say. But yeah, we're healed and stuff. Now I recorded this video for 2 reasons, by the way. One, to give the story time. Again, the story time is supposed to explain the poetry, right? But the second reason that I recorded this was because I'm about to put out this collection. I want to put out this collection in its entirety. But frankly speaking, the way I want to go about that is with the show, Mighty Song. If you've been to the Mighty Song Theater, you know how big it gets. I can't fill up that place without building a proper fan base, right? So the idea, the essence of this and everything that it is that I'll be doing for the next couple of months is to build traction for this poetry collection. Now, if you want to do CK the favor that CK needs to be done, share this video, like, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, but yeah, like video, share, comment, subscribe, but share videos, gang, pull up to shows, follow the social media, because especially Instagram, because that's where I put up every performance that it is that I'm headed to. So let's fill up these shows. Kibonoro, okay, cool. Filling up my song as possible. Ignore my job. But yeah. So yeah. Get like Kibonoro, like filling up my song as a possibility. The vision is big, the vision is grand, but it's a vision that I can't necessarily execute alone. So yeah, do the things that need to be done. This is like the caption that I made on the last Instagram post that I did, to say you don't want to go out like a tree that falls in the forest ever so randomly. Now I'm getting very poetic. I think we've been here for too long. But you get the idea. Follow the social media. Everything is in the description box. Follow the socials. Keep liking. Keep sharing. Keep the fire alive. I'll try. I'm saying this again, but now proper, because if you've noticed the quality difference between this live update and the previous one, I got a new phone. So yeah, I'll try and start putting out more content, proper this time. And again, shout out to y'all. Keep showing love. We appreciate it. Me and the team. By the team, I mean all the voices in my head. So yeah, man, keep showing love. Yeah, that's it. Peace.